Hello. Hello. Hello.
I'm saying like the button on the side here. Is there a mute button on there? Because it might have muted.
This microphone picks up like anything. It'll pick people up talking from down there.
That's probably.
Not a good thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hit some shit.
settings. See?
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
So recognize
Hey.
that.
Hello. 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 Test, test, test 1, 2. Hello. Oh. Hello. Hello. So the problem is this NDI thing right now. We got to figure out what's going on with it.
So. Okay. India. Really, really I think it's a touch too high.
Test, 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 test.
That's right there. And then audio. Try the audio. Auxiliary microphone. Auxiliary. Try that. You got a steady hand.
Testing. Why you not work?
Why you not work?
Oh my god. I'm gonna get fired.
Why you getting? Imagine if this was all working. We just didn't know it.
No, if it was working, this thing would be moving.
LeBron is injured. Okay. What's he? 100 years old.
Uh-oh. Test. You could hear that?
Well, I'm sitting into the. I'll pull up the screen.
I don't know which mic is working though. The one on the laptop or the one on my headphones?
Yeah, they're saying we can hear you.
Oh. Okay, can you hear me now? Test.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, you could hear it now. You could hear it. No, it is. You could hear it now.
Okay, we're on.
Okay, it's good. Thanks.
Man, so they did hear me do that? I mean, they still can. Well, that's a little embarrassing, eh? Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome here to the Sioux Curlers Major League semifinal between Team Robert and Team Hodgson. First end, we had Team Hodgson with the blank. We're having some technical difficulties with the microphone here, so bear with us. Joining us here in the second end, it's a 0-0 game. I'm joined with Kyle Sherlock, who is a co-commentator and a teammate of mine.
How's it going, everybody?
So Charlie Robert beating Matt Hunt, our team last week, in a draw to the button in the extra end, putting it right on the pin. And we've got Team Hodgson, who led the standings for the Major League throughout the whole regular season here, and they lost a pretty close game to Team Harnden, but Team Harnden pulled away there. I believe it was in the seventh end of your game, Leah. She can't remember.
It came down to the last round.
It did come down to the last round.
Had one really bad end. I think it might have been 5.
So Team Harnden is in the final next week, gets the bye to the final, and the winner of this game will meet him in the final. So
Yeah. Next Tuesday at 9 p.m. is the final. So a little bit of play at the back of the house, it seems.
yeah, first end we had a couple heavy rocks go through the rings, and yeah, it's pretty quick out there right now. I haven't got a time on anything, but I will say that this sheet has some interesting paths. So you will see some some probably some hits run a little bit straight on this side that Charlie is holding the broom. Uh, the opposite side tends to curl a little bit more. At least it did last Thursday, and it was pretty significant. So very release sensitive. You don't want to set them out on this side. Josh Vanderberg at Ice Tech here at Sioux Curlers, throwing the second rocks here for Team Robert. And he had a hell of a game last week against us. I think he made about 5 run backs and stuck them. Yeah. So, he peaks for this time of year. I believe last year he was in the final. Yeah, he won the final last year, actually, beating Team Herndon. Charlie was away for police, and he got the reins to skip. But, yeah, no, it's going to be a good game here, I think. Lots of rocks in play already, so... Sheet 6 beside us, we got the consolation semifinal between Chris Kloboda and Sioux College men, with Sioux College men taking one.
They were forced. They were playing ahead against 2, and they had to hit a rocker on the button to take their 1. So right. Jake made that, and now Kloboda's got hammer and 2. Brady called a hit and roll under.
Pretty nice good, shot pretty there, result. Yeah. Still, though, you still got that rock in the back of the forefoot, which you could come down and freeze to. Get out of the end. Maybe either get a steal or force Team Hodgson here to a single point.
Yeah, baby. Give this a shake too. Get all the chocolate in there. I'm that man. I wear hockey pants.
That's our esteemed bartender, Dave Barton, with some commentary. All right, so this is that path that I was talking about there. Just get a little bit outside the middle of the 8-foot, and it tends to run. This one looks a little heavy too, though. It looks like it's about back 8, back 12. Back 8 weight. Just get it out that little bit outside that line, and it'll run on that spot there. So got to be careful and watch that. So Charlie's in some trouble now here. Brady could wrap one in here, top 4, and they'll be sitting 2 buried. And it's getting pretty late in the end here to be bailing running guards. So just don't want to be heavy here. Don't want to leave them something to draw to. If you could go even half buried top 4, it's pretty good.
Have they thrown a draw on the other side?
Not this end that I've seen.
Okay. Looks like it's going to be a little bit heavy.
I'm glad that the commentary is very riveting, Tom. I appreciate the comments. Do leave us your comments in the chat. We like to see everybody's comments and opinions on the commentary in the game.
All right, so that draw didn't move too much either, which gives Charlie a nice little same. You can play the same shot, draw in, or you can be a little heavy and roll inside. You pretty much just can't be wide here. Hopefully they've picked up on that and made the adjustments.
No, not at the time, but then they called me from the army to do emergency section. Just 2 minutes on. They were talking.
Really got to get this going here to get an inside roll.
Actually, I can't think too
They will roll a bit.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spot.
And then, I called,
Play the hit and roll at jams now, but can punch it through that hole. I think that's probably your most realistic shot at scoring a multiple here. I guess you could always play like board weight too and roll inside and jam it on the back one. You'd probably still be sitting 1-2, no?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is a tricky spot for sure. Any bit too wide, you're jamming on shot rock. Clover curls on you. You might make the hit and flop, but green rock is hard to get rid of right now with the way the ice is. This looks like normal weight. It's got a curl. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. I feel like they
Yeah, just a tricky spot there.
but they didn't have a schedule yet. I think he was hurt. But I don't know.
That definitely changes the end around. And I go top 4 here now, and as long as you don't leave a double, you get a piece buried. I don't see how they're going to score 2 here. It'd be a really good skips deuce if they could get 2.
Well, where he'll actually
We got 18 people watching,
want to sit by yourself.
so 17.
There's 19, but I guess they heard me talk, so they must have shut it off.
True.
All right, so Charlie's going to draw one top 4 here, try to get a piece buried.
The way he was
He should-
motioning, the way he was motioning the broom, it seemed like he was okay with freezing right on the green.
Yeah, well, you don't want to be right on the green because you leave probably a half rock double and roll away, and yellow will be sitting 2, right? So
Yeah.
I guess it depends which side of the green you're freezing. If you're freezing on the inside, it's not good. That's for sure.
Well, I think the trick is to not hide too early because we usually do.
Looks like they got to go for weight here. Okay.
That would have been nice if he would have thrown a draw like that in the extra end against us.
Yeah, I know. It's better than
Pretty acceptable outcome there, though. He guards the shot rock, and Brady's got to open things up here, try to run something, or possibly draw one in and get shot, and maybe have some type of wide come around on the other side for his second point later. I don't know.
It's kind of a guess at that side. You don't really know what's going to happen. So
Well, I mean, it's there. I mean, if you could get it full 4 and just be a piece buried, there's not really any way Charlie can get that out cleanly. So
yeah. Looks like Brady's.
So still some debate here on to which way they're gonna, if they're gonna throw the run or if they're gonna throw the draw. It looks like Brady wants to throw the draw. Yeah, this should be interesting. Pretty fresh path out here. Eh?
Yeah, yeah. There hasn't really been a shot.
You know what though? Even if you leave this like fully open, right? Even if you leave it fully open, top 8, let's say, Charlie's sort of got to deal with it because he'll have a slash for 3.
Yeah, I would rather play that side too if he's short because you Brady would show you that path, and I wouldn't take my chances out on the other side because I don't know if it's going to curl on me or if it's going to stay straight.
This
so
is definitely curling.
seems like there might have been a pick,
Uh,
which is something you don't want to see. But
I'm gonna go grab my stopwatch.
sounds good. All right, so it seems like it's going to be the same shot for Charlie, just the other turn. And again, shorts the miss.
So Charlie's gonna try to choke that side off, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know if you could get to the green on that side with how straight that path is running. Eh?
Yeah, the other side, I would stay away from that side. This is probably a little bit of a easier shot. I mean, Brady did show a path, so short is okay here, but it'd be really great to be top 4. This isn't light.
That is probably back house for sure. I got a 13.5 hog to hog on that, so that would make sense.
So it's like a 14 for T without sweeping.
Probably like a 14.3, 4 with sweeping on that side.
Yeah, so it's about I don't know, everybody throws a little different, but I would say anywhere from an 80 to a 4 flat, depending on how you throw.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of rocks through in the first end, so that doesn't surprise me.
Oh, is it? Oh, shit.
So it is Charlie sitting the single point right now. Brady's got to come around here on the wide side and try to get to full 4 for the single point. Just don't know if you're going to get the finish on this side down that straight spot. So
Audio's still on.
That sucks without.
Sorry, we just got a funny text. That's why I was laughing. All right, Brady, last rock in 2. Make a draw for 1 here. He's got a curl.
it's pretty good weight. Might be slightly heavy, actually.
This might be okay to bump that green. Looks good. All right,
Looks like it is yellow.
1 yellow.
They did get their single point there, so nice shot by Brady.
Sheet 6 just finished their second end. I didn't catch what happened there. It was a very junky end, so I have no idea what happened. we'll wait to see what gets put up on the board, and we'll let you know. Or if somebody's watching both games, they can just comment what happened.
You know what would be great?
What?
If when commentary on Curling Stadium, if they would show when your microphone was working, that would be fantastic. Just throwing that out there.
Well, we know it works now. Yes, if there was a sound bar that would tell us if our volume was up or down, that'd be awesome. We're good.
Danny Lemieux delivering lead rock here for Charlie Robert. Third end of play, Sioux Curlers Major League, sponsored by Northern Superior Brewing Company. Semi-final action here at Sioux Curlers, Sheet 5. Team Hodgson versus Team Robert, with Hodgson leading 1-0 after 2 ends of play. Again, a big thank you to Northern Superior. It's been great having them on as our main sponsor for this major league this year. They've been great supporting us the last 2 years, and we just love having them on board here. And I'm enjoying a nice Northern Superior beverage right now, actually. So support your sponsors. Really happy to see how this league has sort of taken off this year with some parity. First 2 years, top 3, top 4 teams were sort of set. This year went right down to the last draw, and it's great for everybody involved, and great for people watching, and great for the growth of competitive curling here in Sault Ste. Marie. And that was the main reason that we decided to try to get this league, major league, up and running again. I know they used to have it running in the late 90s, early 2000s. And we look forward to next season as well, and an exciting finish to this season.
Yeah, this year was definitely a more competitive year. We had 4 teams tied going into the last week for the 3rd and 4th spots in the playoffs. So it was definitely an exciting and competitive year coming into the playoffs for sure. All right, so this end is shaping up to be a pretty good end here. We got rock on the forefoot, guard out front, guard on the wing, and a rock behind that. So it's looking like a pretty nice end. Dan Lethbridge throwing second stones. Just chasing that one on the wing. Pretty good backline board weight to move that backline to hack weight to move that rock away. Charlie's got to make a choice here. Chase the wing or go around the center. Still early in the end, I would probably still go after the wing. Try and generate your 2. Okay, thanks, Matt, for the update there. Lubota scored 1 and 2. So that over there is a tie game going into 3 with Sioux College men having the hammer. College men are playing with 3 tonight. Their skipper calls the game. Connor Sims, he's playing in junior nationals, so good luck to him. Hope he's doing well. As far as I remember, he was above 500. I think he was 2-1 last I checked. So hopefully today went well for him. Hopefully the boys here get a win for him while he's away. So another repeat of the shot here for Dan. Really good sweeping there. Really good sweep to get that by. So Charlie's in a little bit of trouble here. I think he's going to try and get a freeze here to try and get a mistake out of Team Hodgson. Either a freeze or the hit and roll. It's dealer's choice here. Got the broom on a little bit wider, so it seems like he's trying to go for maybe a board or a hack weight shot here. This isn't really moving here.
Which is sort of weird because it should.
So that was like
It was pretty
perfect.
heavy though, no?
It's perfect hack weight. I don't know if that's what Charlie called for weight, but that was really good hack weight.
I don't know. We played this Thursday, and it seems to be a little bit slanted towards sheet 6, so that doesn't surprise me. Interesting little fact, Brady Barnett playing juniors with Brad Jacobs. I think they went to the 2005 Canadian Junior Championships together. Well, Brad got to play Brady
Yeah, he
when
did.
we were going to men's provincials.
Yeah,
So that must have been a nice little reunion there.
that was nice for one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, our team didn't fare out too well in that one. Sioux Curler's ice is a little bit different than Slam ice, so tough adjustment coming back there for Brad. Great year for their team, though.
Yep.
Nice to see them make the playoffs at the Briar. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. This has got to go to curl. It's definitely going to touch the yellow. Very, very close shot. There is a chance for Brady to get that removed, though. It's a tricky side, though.
This is shaping up to be looking like it's going to be a force or a steal, but most likely a force with no guards.
Seems like it's going to.
This is
coming up.
Gonna overcurl.
It's going to come up. Come up.
Little wicky ticky there and takes the back one out. Front's wide open. Robert sitting shot rock, biting the back forefoot. But you know what though? Like I saw Brendan was a little bit upset there, and maybe it did take off, but it's that spot. It goes hard towards sheet 6. If you're a little soft, or if you get it started, it's gone. It's not coming back. So
Is the ice is pretty much the exact same as it was for you on Thursday?
it looks identical. It curls big towards sheet 6, and it's a little bit straighter coming this way. So this we'll see here with Alyssa. She's probably throwing control or normal weight at this, so it shouldn't move too much.
Well, this looks a little bit softer. It seems like
Well, they want to cross it, but looks like control or solid board. Oh, they're throwing the draw.
oh, he's saying where is it? Like, he's asking that. It's not control.
It just looked that they were putting it to hit and roll off the green.
Okay, so they're trying to freeze in the back there.
Yeah, it's heavy.
A little heavy, but it's in the house. But it's like 5th shot. So
Yeah, the draw would make more sense there. But pretty tough to make any type of double. You don't really need to. You just got to get rid of that one in the forefoot because you are sitting 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Probably just pick it, I would think. No, same turn.
yeah, I would think so. Pick it and have
Charlie will come
Charlie
down and play the freeze again.
Charlie gets in the hack. Looking at 3 can be a little nerve wracking, especially early in the game. But
If he picks it, and regardless if he makes the double, he's sitting 3 here.
yeah,
Do you come around the one top 12 and try to get one like half buried
I think so.
and make him either throw a guard or throw one top 8, and then you have to make a nose double for 2?
He picks it. He picks that clean. I think you still play the draw. You've seen this pass a few times now. I think more good comes from playing the draw around the wing.
Okay, so this one shouldn't move.
This one,
This one is a hit.
yeah. Throwing normal or peel.
Looks like solid. Just normal.
Looks like
But-
normal.
I got Dan on it right away. It's not moving there.
Dan to curl. Looks like it's going to make contact. And he makes a double.
Yeah.
So Charlie is looking at 3 in the house here. You draw around to the wing.
I mean, you could-
still have your chance for 2.
I guess you could freeze on the face of that, but
Yeah.
the chances of you making that freeze absolutely perfect where he doesn't have a blast to get that out of there is pretty slim to walk that one down right to the nose. So probably get one half buried here.
Yeah.
Hope that he chases it and it jams, and you got a nose hit for 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the right call here. Try and get as much as you can out of hammer, especially in the semifinal. Try and use it as efficiently as you can, and use every rock as best you can. Like on sheet 6 right now, they're using every rock possible. I don't think there's one rock that's not in play, and we just saw Crystal first skip rocks. It's quite a mess down there.
So the winner of this game will go on to play Al Harnden next week in the Major League Final. The winner of Glabota and Sioux College men will go on to play
Cudmore.
Clint Cudmore next week in the Consolation Final.
It looks like Glabota sitting 2 on sheet 6 here. But Sioux College does have an out to try and get rid of that.
Al's getting ready to go to the Canadian Masters.
Yep.
His team with Bruce Monroe and a couple of those guys from Sudbury, they ended up winning the Masters provincial in North Bay couple weeks ago. I believe it was late February, mid-February. So they're going to Quebec for the Canadian Masters, which we're hosting here next year, basically a year from now. We'll
Yep.
be hosting the 2025 Canadian Masters. So pretty exciting stuff. Charlie is heavy there. He is sitting second shot.
He did get second
Yeah.
off that, so good result. Brady's forced to make a decision to play on that.
Yeah, I like this call. I mean, there's no point in chasing it. Might as well make Charlie draw the 4-foot, right?
Yep. Draw to it, then it's a force. If you're heavy, bump it back, it's a force.
I think you'll see a couple. You've seen a couple misses so far this game, but most of that's still them not picking up on the ice yet for those couple runs and the left to right that's towards the scoreboard that's curling a lot right now, right? So
Yeah. This seems like it's back line.
you got to make sure your second shot, otherwise he'll have a nose hit for 2.
This looks like back line weight. So he's definitely giving it a bump here. He has a piece of the green. So it looks like a force here.
Yeah, yellow is sitting 4. So
it's draw or hit. It's up to the skip.
yeah, I mean,
It's exhausting.
Yeah. I don't think I'd ever see anybody throw a hit here, but
Crazier things have happened.
I guess if you're throwing board or something and you know the ice, but when it's hanging like this, draw's probably the call.
Anything can happen in this crazy world. Yeah. Charlie.
All right, last rock here in the third end of play. Charlie trying to get a single point here. And they're on it pretty early here. Looks pretty good, though. Once it's on the yellows, you're good.
You have the backing now, so they can just sweep it to make sure it doesn't pick or anything, and should be all right.
Nice shot. We got a 1-1 game here. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back here to the fourth end of play. Sioux Curlers Major League semifinal between Team Hodgson and Team Robert. We got a 1-1 game here. Team Hodgson with a hammer here in the fourth end. And it's been it's sort of been a game of I would say like half shots so far. Would you say?
Yeah. When it's a game of half shots, it's usually a game of who can figure out the ice first, and then after that, it's just executing the shots called.
A little bit of a mistake there going back 4. Leaves Danny the opportunity to come around and place a nice freeze here, or go top 4 buried. Looks like they're sweeping for weight here. This one is coming up a little bit light.
Yeah. So
Still a pretty nice spot there. They're not shot rock, but they do have options to tap that up later.
yeah, you'd rather be above T instead of behind it.
Megan St. Amand throwing the corner freeze. It's the one in the top 8 foot, fighting the 4. And here goes the big curl again toward sheet 6.
They got to go for a line, but the weight should be pretty close. It's good weight. Just curled a little bit on them.
Yeah, a little bit of an over curl, but still a nice shot there. Got a nice angle on that green now. Charlie can get one welded there on that back button, though. It's going to be, you're going to have to start moving some granite around.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
That's sort of what they were trying to do there with that corner freeze, was choke that freeze off. But
Yeah, you want to shrink the scoring area. Make it tough for them to get to. Like a force would be good for Charlie here. A force or a blank is acceptable. Even a steal would be really nice.
this looks like it's going to over curl, though. It's light, really light.
Vanderberg with his first shot. 4. Seems a little light here. Brady's walking out. It seems like he's decided to peel.
He's had enough of the draw game here. He's going to clean things up and try to open it up so that he has a shot on his last.
So on sheet 6, Sioux College versus Glabota, it seems like in all that big pile of mess, it looks like Sioux College got their 1. So now Sioux College is up 2-1 heading into 4. Glabota's got hammered.
They are missing a key player this game, Connor Sims, and oh, he did.
I
Okay.
did mention it already, but we could wish them some more luck.
Yeah, they're at the Canadian U21 Championships. I believe they're 2-1.
Last I checked, they were
Yeah.
2-1, but that was heading into today.
Yeah, they didn't play. They don't play until tomorrow morning
Oh,
against Nova Scotia, I believe. So
nice. Okay.
Coach Jeff Masters there as well.
Yeah.
So Josh is replacing the guard here. Is that the call?
Yep, I think that's an acceptable call here. Sort of a wait and see moment here. See if we can see if they can get a mistake or set up something.
At what point does Brady get aggressive and go around the staggereds?
Well, they have the angle on the green, so they could hit that yellow, that front yellow on top 8 at any time and sit 3.
Because I mean, if they went top button right now, as long as they weren't over buried across center line, that wouldn't drag far enough, I believe, to hit it,
No.
would it? If they were just touching center line?
No, I think it goes right by everything. I think it'll miss everything. So if Charlie did make a top button shot,
Well, as long as it doesn't cross the center.
as long as it doesn't cross center line, yeah. then they'd be in a pretty tough situation there. But I think they're both calling the right shots here. I think these are acceptable calls.
There isn't a hole there, is there? It looks like there's there's definitely a hole there.
There's a hole there to fit a rock for sure.
Should you not try playing like normal at that and trying to roll under? Even if you clip the back one, you'd probably still sit too, no?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
I think he's gonna make it by anyways, or no, he's got the
he's got the one green for sure.
I know.
tough angle over here on sheet 5. We're sort of off to the side, so we can't really see straight down.
Yeah, we can't tell if they hit the broom or it's really hard figuring out what's going on sometimes.
Yeah.
It seems like Charlie wants to kind of change the angles of those rocks.
Probably just play backhouse weight at them.
Yeah, try and move your green a little bit closer to the 4 foot, a little bit more deep in the 4 foot, and change the angle.
All right, so we're down to what's it, Vice's stones now?
No, they're still second stones. This is the.
But I didn't realize that I circled on it too, and I guess you're supposed to pass that one.
Oh, yeah, they are Vice stones now.
Yeah, this is Alyssa's first, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
What she was doing. I don't know if she was-
'Cause now that biter, that green biter, really comes into play now.
I mean, do you ever
I didn't think it was going to drag and touch that rock.
try to draw around the corner here and see what Charlie does? You got hammer, right? So
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so. Yeah, it could be a little aggressive and play that.
I'm just thinking, if you don't make the perfect roll here, you probably leave a double.
Yeah.
Then they're sitting 2, and you're probably going to get forced, right? So
It's sort of like a how you're kind of feeling kind of moment here. I think if they make the hit and roll and sit in front perfect, Charlie could play a double and roll out, and then you play the draw anyways, right? So I guess maybe playing the draw is probably better. I don't know.
that works too.
That's a really good result.
Yeah, that's a really good shot. Now Charlie's got to chase it.
And this is a tough spot because we don't know going in out this way what's going to happen. I don't know. What did you throw any shots that way on Thursday? He said it curls towards the sheet 6, but going in out, coming home.
It's gonna curl still. You're still going towards sheet 6 here. So
Okay. I think Alyssa said that she could see a quarter to a third of the rock, so a comfortable amount of the rock you can still see. This looks like it's about a control weight here. It's got to move.
call me a liar. I guess it didn't curl.
You're a liar.
Well, that's not good.
So I would imagine they're going to play the draw around like we kind of weren't sure to do earlier.
I mean, I don't know. It's tough, right? Because you think it's going to curl there. Like, if you wreck on the guard, that's good.
Yeah.
That's the worst way that you could miss it is wide. So
Yeah.
this isn't curling either, though. So
I think you got to finish a little bit here, make it somewhat tough. So that should be relatively open for Charlie to hit this. Just right on the beak, right on the nose. Probably got to throw control. Ice is pretty straight here, so I mean, there's no point. You don't have to throw it heavy. You throw a little bit softer, so you can kind of control where the rock's going to end up.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading my phone.
Well, that's good. You can all do that.
Yeah, get a nice little roll inside here. Or make the double. Either or.
Yeah.
Just don't be on the outside of it. It's edge on edge, so you should be able to make this double pretty easily.
Seems like they're saying right out of his hand, you got to go. Danny's going hard to sweep here.
Oh, no. Well, you draw wide side here. You put that corner freeze the green. Like I'm just thinking, if you go wide side, he knows doubles. You get your automatic deuce, right?
Yep.
If you go top 12 and show about half a rock, and he doesn't make the run double, and he stuffs it, you get 3.
Yeah, I think drawing the opposite side is probably the better choice here.
I don't know though. Like I think if you go top 12 to guard it and sit third shot, that's probably the best, because you're basically saying make this double or you're giving us 3, right?
Yeah. I think if you draw to the wing, he's playing the same shot anyways to make the double. So
Yeah, well, you want to cover at least, you want to cover half a rock so he can't nose it.
yeah,
So if you know what I mean? Like if you cover half that rock, it's going to jam and his shooter's going to roll open and you have a nose hit for 3.
yeah, that's right.
I don't think you want to give him the opportunity to nose that double, right?
No. Well, he's gonna play the same shot anyways, so you got to make it as tough as you can, right? He knows what didn't go right in that shot, so he's gonna make sure that it's not the same result. So he's gonna make the adjustment. So at least try and make the shot tough
Like I think if
or
this,
different.
I think if this is like fully like 12 foot, Charlie's just gonna nose double, and then Brady probably only gets 2.
Yeah,
I mean, which is fine. I'd take a deuce too,
yeah.
but
2 is definitely the goal when you have hammer. So this seems like it's tracking.
it's a little heavy, I think. No,
Yeah. It is coming down, but it came down a little too late. So this
is there a triple there?
no, I don't think so.
Thin?
I don't think so. I just think there's too much of a misdirection on the second rock to make the
If
triple.
you could hit just the hair inside nose, you might still get the double and leave your shooter sort of. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. I just don't see it where he can't make 2 go away. He hits it a hair high. He's got the back one. Hits it around the nose. He gets both in front.
Only way you don't make 2 go away is if you
Said it.
try for the top double and you hit it a hair thick, but you might even roll frozen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. You just really can't be tight.
can't be wide either.
Well, you can't be really wide. No.
Well, he drew the pin against us. Let's see if he can make the double here. Shot.
Nice shot.
Open draw for 2, but at that point, I think you take that.
Yeah. And you're a little bit of trouble here. It's fortunate to be giving up a draw for 2 here.
Let's get a time on this one.
Yeah.
What are you going to guess? I'm going to guess 14-5.
For what draw is, or what this time is going to be.
What draw is?
Yeah, I think a 14-3 is perfect here.
Got a 3-7 split on that, which
Okay.
seems like a lot. Probably missed that.
Yeah, it seems a touch too much, but he backed off and then hurried back up to the rock.
It's a 15-2.
That cannot be right. Oh my god.
Might be right.
All right, 15-2 gets it there. Good sweeping from Megan and
Let's
Dan.
let's err on the side of caution. Let's go with 14-9.
Oh, thank you. How are they doing? How are they doing?
2 points there for Team Hodgson as they lead this one 3-2 after 4 ends of play here in the Sioux Curlers Major League, sponsored by Northern Superior Brewing Company. All right, welcome back here to the 5th end of play. Semi-final, Sioux Curlers Major League, sponsored by Northern Superior Brewing Company. Got Team Hodgson leading Team Robert 3-1 after 4 ends of play. Team Robert will have the hammer here in the 5th end. A little bit of a mistake in the 4th end on Charlie's first. Just got a little bit tight and rubbed the guard and left the opportunity for a 2 for Team Hodgson there. See if he could get his deuce back here and tie things up. And that one just touched the center line one, which those who are not familiar with the new rule this year, if you touch a guard that is biting the center line in the first 5 rocks, your rock will get removed and the other rock will go back to its original position, which is what happened there. And it has happened very often this year. I would say several games that I've played this year, I've seen that happen. Actually, I think it happened twice in our 3-4 game.
It happened last week a couple times.
So-
A little recap from sheet 6. Chris made a tap to the side button for 1, so it's a tie game after 4. Sioux College got the hammer. 2-2 is the score.
Yeah, I really like that rule. I'm just saying, I think it's a great rule because
No leads
you
are
would,
safe.
well, not just that, but you'd always see like the last end of play, or if it would go to an extra end, and it's like, oh, okay, they have hammer again, they're going to win the game. At least now it sort of puts a little bit of seeded doubt in your mind that, you know, you got to make some pretty precise shots, and 5 rock rule with the no tick shot, and you're still in it. So
Yeah. It makes 3s a realistic possibility too in games.
yeah, definitely.
I don't know if you answered this question.
Yep, I did.
Okay. Bella, happy doing the commentary. It's first time I've done it, but I'm enjoying it so far.
This is the first time you've done commentary?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. I've done a lot of timekeeping, but not commentary.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I think so. Feel the same.
All right, so Team Hodgson sitting one buried here with Dan's Rock here in the fifth end.
Just calling a freeze to the green. Seems like it's going to be a little shorter here. You are allowed to touch your own guards off the center line. Just not the opponent's.
Little tap here, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think that yellow's in a really good spot, so they have to tap instead of freezing. You freeze, then they have a double. So, wish we could draw arrows on the screen for everybody.
Yeah. I wish I could see that my microphone's working too.
Holy, going right after. They got to go for line here, it seems,
This is gonna wreck on the guards.
but totally legal now.
That's light though. That overcurled because it was light, not because
Yeah, that
it
was
inside.
That was top 12 weight.
All right. Well, he has a little bit of a hole there. I guess he could roll under. There isn't really. I mean, at this point, I'd almost be tempted just to throw the guard.
I was thinking, what if he just knows the green guard that they just rolled off with? Knows it and just sit there.
Why don't you just play a 2 guard and block that hole?
Yeah, both. I think both are fine.
I mean, they are sitting buried in the 4-foot with 2 staggered guards. So I don't see. All you're doing here is if you miss this, you're making it easier on Charlie. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like, this is like a restaurant. You can't just walk everywhere.
Stress Coach Leo.
So now you peel the straight green, and
What a very fortunate result there.
yeah, came off the back of their own stone and almost got second shot out of it. They're not.
Not?
No, Charlie's still second.
Oh yeah, it is on the 8 foot still. It's hard to tell this.
But, like-
late there.
But again, though, like I get that you're up by 2 and you're wanting to keep it somewhat clean, but now you got a wide open tap on that green when it was guarded and they couldn't get at it.
If
You
they
know what
play
I
the
mean?
tap,
So-
is the rock the shooter? Is it going to be
No, you can't
2?
go there.
Probably
Uh,
not.
Well, if they tap this, they'll be they're not. I don't. Depends
They'll
how
be
hard
1
they're
and
going to
3.
tap this, but
They can be 1 and 3.
no, they'll probably be 1 and 4.
Yeah, if the shot rock stays right now.
Yeah, I don't think they're throwing a ton of weight at it.
It's well, it's not quite like that.
Oh, I guess he did actually. That's still pretty good though. I mean, you are shot rock. They have the hit and roll back to lie 2.
You gotta be
with-
mindful of that straight spot here.
Yeah, but even if you dead jam this, you're still sitting. Well, I guess so. Yeah.
Because you could jam it, and then Charlie
Yeah.
would
Then
have a
have a
double
nose
and sit 3.
or a nose to sit 3 if it dead jams.
So it's not a gimme either. like those are the shots that you kind of forget about. You kind of just put the rock, you put the broom down. You go, all right, I just want to be made this way, and then you kind of forget the ice is a little different out here.
It's gonna run straight here for sure.
Looks like he might be a little bit off nose here, but
Damn it.
straight jam.
Straight jam, and now Charlie's got a nose double to sit 3.
It's crazy how much you can see up here. Like
Yeah.
so far, like you can see. I get it. I get why coaches call timeouts or ripping their hair out. Like when you're in the game, you don't see it. Everything kind of happens so fast. When you're up on the board, everything's a little bit slower, and you can kind of process things.
Nobody misses the shot from behind the glass.
Never. I get it now. I totally get it.
So you make this double. That yellow should go over the top pretty easily. Charlie should be sitting 3 here if Alyssa can make this double on the nose.
Again, out here it should be straight, but they got to go for line here.
That one took off, eh?
Still made, but it might jam. Nope.
Actually, that's
Thank you very much.
that's better than the called nose double. It is because you rolled buried. That definitely wasn't called. There's no way that was called.
They're sitting 2. Green's sitting 2 here.
Yeah, you're right. 2. That's better though, I think. No,
Yeah, I think that's probably. Well, I would rather take the.
I mean
the
with
hit roll.
two guards staggered, that's
I would rather sit 2 with 1 buried than 3 wide open. I got word that it is for sure 3 green, but
is it calling the freeze.
I'm not convinced.
Calling the freeze here, or
Yeah.
trying to corner freeze to that one in the top 4.
Seems a little warm.
Yeah, it looks heavy. Still get second shot out of it.
Yep.
But now you got to wrap another one there, sort of freeze on top of your own.
We're at
So we've got 19 people watching now. That's great. Anybody wants to send us a message here on the chat, let us know where you're watching from. That'd be great.
who you're cheering for. We'd love to know.
I can 100% say I am not cheering for anybody in this game, but good shots.
Yeah, I just want a good game. We're all Team Northern Ontario, right? Not so sure.
Here's my bio.
Well, decision time here. You could try to wrap one around. Get one maybe sort of back button, shrink the scoring area.
Yeah, I think.
Or you can play like a hack waiter at that top green.
Yeah, I sort of think you're past the point of stealing. I think you're just trying to survive this and try and get them force to one here.
Only danger with the draw is if you ever wreck, probably bump them in to sit 2, and then Charlie has a hit and roll to sit 3, right?
Is there a raise on the second yellow guard into the green, or is there too much space there?
Who's second shot right now? I can't even tell.
Second, it looks like 2 green. I don't know. It's hard for us to see that there's a very bright light on the sheet. It's hard to tell where the 8-foot ring is. But we think green's sitting 2.
Once he puts the hacks in, you're good.
All right, so we got a draw here from Brady Barnett, trying to come around those 2 staggered greens, get one 3/4 to fully buried here. Big shot here.
No, let's not play with that.
So we're going to get a hog to hog on this one. Again, I got a 15-2 on that one, which seems excessive, but that's a good shot. You can see
able to get shot rock off of that.
Yeah, you can see about half that yellow, or a little bit more, probably 3/4. That's tough, though. Tough to. I mean, he threw the perfect weight there, right? So.
Yeah.
Maybe Sunday, honey, not tonight.
And that's the difference between club ice and briar ice.
I think we do. They have to.
There's a few differences.
Not necessarily all the curlers. Sometimes it's how heavily textured the rocks are to get that late finish. So hard to bury one around one top 4. And that's the side that's curling right now too. So.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Charlie's going to chase this with hack weight. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's probably. I mean, it seems like the rock's been over curling, so you could probably get away with board, but sort of like a hack boardish sort of weight to get there.
I'd almost be tempted to throw back line, and if you're a little bit tight and you tick your top one, you're still sitting second, third, and fourth.
Yep. Might even tap the second shot rock in. Like, might catch the green and tap it. I don't know. Could be there.
Well, I think you want to basically get right to almost to the nose of it, right? Like, you don't want to roll away because he's going to play the same draw and he just threw it, right? So
yeah. Seems like it's a little bit more than hack here. It's probably board. I got to go for line. It's really starting to take off here.
I think this one's on the front. Oh, no, it's by. It's by. Oh, it just touched it.
The friendly roll. And he did unfortunately roll a little bit too far on his shooter, so it is still 2 green here. But
He hit the back of that one almost.
yeah, he touched the back of the green actually. Good sweeping.
So we got a tie game going on here on sheet 6 between Glabota and Sioux College men. Looks like Sioux College men have the hammer here in the 5th end.
And they're sitting 1-3.
Oh, doesn't look like anybody wants to tell us where they're watching from or who they're cheering for. That's okay. Just happy you're watching. Maybe we're on mute right now. That's okay too.
Yeah, who knows? They can't hear us. That'd be funny.
Is this working still?
Oh, yeah. Careful, you might take a screenshot. Yeah, you can hear our voices.
Looks like Brady's throwing the same draw here. Trying to get this one tucked to Hairmore.
And because Charlie touched that back of that rock, there's actually a touch more room for Brady to get another draw in there.
I got a Hairmore on this one. I got a 14-8 on that one. And that one will slide to the back of the forefoot, but it
Back
is
button.
shot. Biting the back button, yeah. So you could throw this one basically the same weight. I didn't really see Charlie's release on that last one, but did he turn it in a little bit?
Little soft.
A little soft, yeah. Okay. Well, throw the same shot basically, right? I mean,
Yep.
you just got by the guard. Opportunity here for Charlie to tie the game up in the sixth end. Or fifth end.
Goes for 5. I don't see that there. That doesn't make sense. I don't see it there.
They haven't laid a broom to. Oh yeah, never mind.
We thought it was going to be.
Ooh, it's gonna roll too far, but I believe that is two still. They
looks
might
like 2.
they might have to measure this one. I don't know.
It's 2 from what we can see, but I don't know.
I'm gonna say that it's two green. That's what I'm guessing.
They are going to measure.
I'll put my money on green here.
If it's not green, I'm going to quit curling.
Don't do that. I won't have anybody to play with. All right. I could switch this to the overhead view, actually. You can see it on the little squares there, but I think it's green by about a quarter of an inch.
Let's see here. Let's zoom in on the measuring stick and see what comes up.
No, it's close.
They're going to remeasure?
Looks like they're remeasuring. Probably should have tightened it up a little bit, but it's okay. And it is two green. Tie game here after 5 ends of play.
They didn't really give a motion, a signal that it was 2. Yeah, it's 1.
Oh, they kicked the yellow out of the house first.
I know, but they didn't.
Okay,
really, they
I'm a
didn't
liar.
really-
It's one green.
They didn't really point. They just sort of kicked both.
So 3-2 for Hodgson after 5 ends of play, and Hodgson will have the hammer here in the 6th end.
And I guess I retired from curling because it was yellow. So it was nice knowing everybody. I made a lot of memories.
Am I wrong? Do you not usually kick the rock away that isn't shot?
Apparently she did. She pointed. So I don't know.
Okay.
But, I mean, who's she really pointing for though?
I don't know.
They pointed to the yellow the first time.
They did?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay.
And then they checked again.
Oh, okay. We're just not observant enough, I guess.
Wow, and you need some officials out there to
Yeah, we need some
put the
walkie-talkies
right
out there.
rock into the center after you measure.
All right, nice center guard there by Danny Lemieux. So you're up by 1 with hammer, playing even ends. trying to make sure you score your single here at the very least.
That's usually a recipe for success when you have hammer in the even ends. As long as you stick to it.
This looks like it is going to touch that green.
Which I think is okay. I don't think it's on the center line.
I believe it is on the center line. No?
It's okay. You'll get one.
And your cuties that were getting along. Even when he gets excited, he's so
Little discussion there between Charlie and Brady. It doesn't look like maybe Brady thought it was on the center line. Charlie saying, no, it wasn't. I don't know. I'm not good at reading lips, so.
No. This one seems to be taken off on them as well.
Still pretty good, though. You get.
No, because he moved the right off the center line.
Oh, the yellow was biting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
was
that's
on
not very good because they'll go right back to where they were. All right, motioning for the come around here on the straight side.
Very good draw away here.
Oh, it's perfect. It just doesn't finish on that side. It's true.
Yeah. Not just laughing because Dan is celebrating.
So he'll play the freeze here. Hair lighter should be able to get just a hair on the inside and nose of that one to corner freeze to it.
And Josh has been short on a few draws, so hopefully he's made the adjustments. Seemed like a healthy extension here. Seems like they gotta go here to get it there for weight. This is a good sweep. Good throw.
Yep.
It's pretty close.
No, it's a good shot. I mean, they're still frozen, right?
Yeah, it's a good result. And
I think Charlie would be happy even to get out of this end with a force. So
do some cleanup here. Dan Lethbridge.
if you hit this on the outside, will it sort of spin back towards the green or no?
Yeah, if he catches a quarter of that rock, it may come straight down and get both greens moving. I think you got to go to make this called shot here. Yeah. Trying to play a little too cute there.
So you like another guard? Still pretty early.
I think you gotta try and play for the force of the steal here. Guard is perfect.
I don't know if right beside it's good though. You want to go like maybe a little bit higher or what?
Okay. Yeah, I think a halfway guard's perfect. Marathon. That's like a marathon away from here. How's the weather up in Marathon? We had a pretty rainy day today.
We're heading up to Wawa in a couple of weeks to play the Wawa men's spill. It's a little bit closer to Marathon. All right, nice guard there by Josh Vanderberg.
I give that a 4 on the score sheet. Yeah, it was bad weather, eh? Yeah, me and my fiance, we did a lot of painting in the house today because we were like, we can't go outside; it's too rainy. So
I think they've had a lot of snow north of here too. So
yeah,
yeah.
they're still enjoying the winter up there.
All right, so we'll see if Dan can make the double peel here. Single peel's fine too.
Gotta go, you gotta go.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, and that is a jam, and they are sitting 1.
Half buried. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It is your guard out in front now, and there's no backing for the shot rock. But
I'd almost be tempted to go half buried behind that guard.
I think you go aggressive here and make the draw. What else is there really? I mean, you could play a high guard, but
I think high guard they're running the yellow back, are they not?
Yeah,
Are they gonna play
depends
the,
where
or
it
are they
is.
gonna play the double peel again? Like on the off the high one you
I
just
think
threw.
you play the high guard, they're forced to make the double peel. But if you draw, they'll probably play a run.
Charlie signaling for a 2 guard here. We've got a big steal of 2 on sheet 6. Team Globoda leading Sioux College men 4-2 after 5 ends of play.
Yeah, that was it started out as a pretty clean end. Vice's first rocks. It's a very junky game over here on sheet 6. It's been exciting for sure. There's lots of rocks and lots of angles and play there.
That's a pretty good shot there. Blocks the run, and you guard your own rock too. So Brady looking to run that yellow into some of the green to get things moving here. Looked like he's calling for a run and sort of a hit and roll off that run behind the other guard, right?
Yeah, I think just a little
Be a hair high, yeah.
Hair high, with a nice run back and roll. Yes, Nancy, the loser of both games tonight, they're eliminated.
They'll be commentating next week.
Yeah, they'll take over the reins of commentary. No, if my schedule works out, I can commentate next week as well.
Yeah, I'll be back too.
I think I'll be able to. I'm pretty sure I lined that up for work if we were in the final that I was going to make it. So I should be available anyway.
So so 3 out of the 4 teams that made the playoffs in the top 4, 3 of them were tied. So us, Charlie, and Al Harnden were all tied at 12-9.
Yep.
So it was nice to see a tight race for the playoffs. And yeah, 1 game. That's all that would have separated somebody from being in that 1-2 game. So
yeah, absolutely. Sioux College was also knocking on the doorstep too. They were the 4th team that was tied. Just came down to win-loss record during the regular season.
And then
obviously the last game of the week.
Yeah.
But heading into that, it was a tight race. everybody was
And Clint,
afraid to lose.
Clint's team was only one game off too. I think he was 11 and
Yeah, they were one win behind, so it was
11 and 10.
from 2 to 6. They were all the records were relatively close.
Trying to make the run back here.
Seems
It's
like
not curling.
They're going to set off a double peel. It could squirt through.
Does not a biter though. It doesn't look like.
No.
I mean, you could still be pretty aggressive here. Like worst case scenario at this point is a run for one. So
Yeah, absolutely.
if you hit that green like half to a quarter of a rock, do you get both of them in the house?
For green?
Yeah, if you hit your own green
Yeah,
and you hit like half a rock with like hack, make a split and roll your shooter in sort of behind the yellow.
Yeah.
Sit 3.
I think both yellows act as catchers for both greens.
Yeah, that looks like he's looking at doing something there with that.
He's going to try and do his best Rachel Holman impression and make a split.
Yeah, I mean, what a shot that was.
Yeah. Yeah, that the Team
Really,
Canada for women's won the gold the other day, and it was awesome to see them back on top.
Really good final between those two teams, and happy to see Canada pull it out for the gold medal.
Yeah. So the World Women's has been basically dominated by Switzerland for the last decade, and it's nice to see Canada, sneak another one in, get another gold.
Nice for Tracy Fleury too.
Yeah. Some
Northern Ontario representative for many years. All right, so Charlie looking to play some type of split guard draw here in one of those combinations. Any of them are sort of acceptable at this point.
It looks like it's got to curl a little bit here, so they might call on Josh to curl sweep this. Here's the curl sweep.
Got to catch a piece.
They spun it enough, so they are sitting 3.
Sitting 3, but that green is wide open.
Both greens seem to be exposed.
What are they exposed to?
A nice board weight hit, Matt. The only thing is the intern side from the other side of the hack is a tougher shot just because of the ice condition there.
Not really sure what the discussion is here. Maybe deciding which rock to go at.
Yeah, I think if the ice was a normal ice on both sides, curled the same amount on both sides, you play the hit and roll off the top green. But with the way the ice is right now, I think they have to play either a run or a draw to sit.
I don't know. I don't think I would ever play that run. If you ever put it through the hole, that's Charlie goes top 4, and you're probably giving up at least a steal of 1.
Yeah. With this shot though, you can be a little high, you can be a little low, you can hit it right on the nose. Actually, if you hit on the nose, I think it goes right through the hole. But
I mean, if you play through the port on the left-hand side, and you nose that, that's still a good result, even
That's
if you're
still
not
okay.
shot.
that's
right?
still okay. And then you have a nose hit for 1.
So
On the
why
other side.
why are they playing the run?
Open the forefoot? I don't know. There's a lot of ways it can go right here, I guess.
True. I mean, no, you could make the double too, for sure.
This has got a curl for sure. It's curling. Very nice run.
So green is sitting shot, fully buried, back 4. Looks like Charlie will probably play the hit and roll to sit 3, and then Brady will have to draw against 3.
Seems like it. That is an astute observation.
Half a rock.
Yep. Half rock with control.
Want to leave maybe about what, a quarter of the rock exposed?
Yeah. Or even nose is pretty good too. That's just a force.
Yeah.
Hit and roll. You maybe stealing. You
Don't want to
nose,
get
it's a force.
Don't want to get really cute with this one, but I don't really see any danger in, even if you over curl this and hit the other side of it, you're still not jamming it. So
Yeah.
I think you can't afford to try to make the perfect roll here.
Oh my! Count them up.
That's trademark. You can't say that.
I guess. Well, TSN, if you ever feel like hiring somebody, pick me up, maybe. What's package deal? You have to hire me and Matt.
Danny Lemieux going hard on this one. This looks like it's going to get nose, though. All right.
Brady's going to play the draw.
Team Robert sitting 3. Brady Barnett with a draw to the baton for his single point.
If you're Team Robert, you got to be pretty happy with this result.
So Brady's thrown a couple of draws here. He threw a couple last end, so he should have a really good idea for what draw weight is, which is running at about 15 seconds right now, hog to hog.
Yep.
And you do have backing once you're by the yellow.
Seems they got to go for line here.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. $14.95. That should be really good.
They have the backing now, it seems.
Great draw.
What a draw.
Beauty.
Great shot by.
So Team Hodgson leads this semifinal 4-2 after 6 ends of play. We'll be right back.
Restaurant for Friday. I don't know if it's a weird bulk for reservations.
All right, welcome back here to the 7th end of play. Northern Superior Major League. Semi-final between Team Hodgson and Team Robert. Team Hodgson leading 4-2. Nice draw in the 6th end there by Brady to pick up a single. Charlie's going to be looking to score his deuce here. Or more.
Yeah.
Sort of at that point of the game where you got to take some chances, right?
Yeah, take some chances, try and get your 2. A blank is okay. You got to try really hard for your 2, and if you're forced to 1, you got to buckle down and get a steal, but getting 2 is preferred here. Just got to take in for Team Robert. You got to just remember you played a really good 6th end, and you forced him to make a nice draw, and you keep playing like that again, and you should be able to get your 2. No, what? Just for like if they lost, the team that's losing.
Yeah. Apologies for the noise here in the mezzanine. We got a unidirectional mic here that me and Kyle are using, so it's pretty hard to keep the background noise to a minimum here.
Yeah. Is that what they told you it's called?
Well, it is. It's
an omnidecimal.
okay. Sorry.
No, it's all good. What are you gonna do now?
Well, I think he's going to do a hit and roll
That's a good call. Call.
or a draw. Could go top 4 draw. It's not a bad call. They've elected to play the hit and roll.
So 6th end on sheet 6 just finished. Jake Reed from Sioux College just had to make a draw full 4 on the side of the button for 1, and he made it. So it is Laboda leading 4-3 going into 7 with the hammer.
All right. Gets a slight roll, but leaves the off-nose double.
We talked about the goals for Robert. So the goals for Hodgson, force would be really nice. Steal would be really good too. Pretty much any result except for giving up 2 is acceptable here. 2 or more is giving up 2 or more is really not preferred. So getting rid of the green is pretty much their main priority here.
This is looking pretty good. Oh, he will jam it though. Just over curled at the end. I mean, you got the whole other side to draw to. I think you probably take the side that's going to curl more, no?
Yeah, you'd think so. You'd think so. Maybe they see something with the way their team is playing. Maybe they see something here that's a little bit easier.
Yeah, someone understood.
Oh, since you're like against the receiver. Yeah. So yeah, you have like 9
Why are they sweeping that really hard?
Seems like they must have thought it was going to curl on them, but now it's going to jam.
That is not a good result.
It's a missed line call, I think. I think he threw what he was supposed to throw. It's a line call.
I'll make that green go away, I think. No.
Yeah, just peel it out or hit and roll in front. It's dealer's choice here. Team Robert, they just got to channel some T Swift and shake it off. Get back in it. Make the next one.
Yeah, especially in that straight spot there. I was really surprised they had this sweeping going on for that one.
Yeah. Must have saw something that they thought it was going to snap on them, but here again here, it's just too straight. You gotta. Well, it is really wide open now. So.
Still pretty good for Charlie though, if he can get one in there, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think you can either freeze in there now or I don't know. I don't see anything else. I mean, you could.
Okay, I'll wait then.
Yeah, you could freeze in there, pull tap, roll, sit one, but you're sitting on top of the yellow rock. The score, Nancy. It's 4-2 for Hodgson, going into 7. Playing 7, sorry.
Team Robert has the hammer.
Yeah. Team Robert or Green has the hammer.
I think I like the draw here better than the hit and roll.
I think like a heavy draw, like a back 4.
Just rub off that yellow.
Just sort of push it behind the T line and roll your shooter in front, behind cover.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the draw is if it stays straight, you're gonna get some type of wick off of either the green or the yellow, right?
Yeah, you just can't be light. That's the only. It's got to be.
As long as you throw T line weight, you're good. Top 4 T line weight.
You got 2 good sweepers here. They can take it there if you're a little short. No problem, Nancy. That's what we're here for. The graceful fall. That was nice. I told Sioux College if the stream wasn't going to work in the commentary, then I could play for them. But
they only have 3?
Yeah, they only 3 because Connor's not here.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
This Caesar was so delightful.
Absolutely. You can absolutely get one.
I'm glad you were delighted. I'm delighted you were.
Anything you want to say on that?
Well, they get the roll off the green, which was not the shot that they wanted to make. But we have a timeout here on sheet 5.
I don't have any shoes on.
They're calling down their
All right, you're on the timer.
their coach.
Though there are no timeouts in the major league, but we can jokingly call them.
Well, after this year, there might be time clocks in the major league next year.
Yeah, there might be. Some games have ran a little longer than normal, but we got to use a lot of thinking power, so our body stopped working.
Usually, it's the same culprits too. That
Yeah, there's repeat offenders for sure.
yeah. So if Brendan can put one, I think he's trying to go like top 8 here, eh?
Yeah.
Top 8 will make things really tough on Charlie to get his deuce this end.
They're signaling that it's heavy, so that's not really the best. Shorter, perfect are the only ways you can make this. If it's heavy, it's got to be just barely heavy. It's pretty good.
That's a pretty good shot. Yep. Almost need
You
to
wanted it to curl more, but it's relatively the right spot.
almost need to nose this one, eh? With like back weight.
I think just off nose with peel, you probably get all 3 moving. Just looking at the camera angle from up here.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that top yellow is going into your other one.
Yeah.
I think it just goes over the top. If you
Sorry?
know, if you nose it, it's just going over the top.
Yeah.
If you hit it a hair on the outside, you might touch it. But
Actually, just nosing with control is probably okay too. Then you're sitting on top and you're lining up a double. But I don't know. But it's a good spot for that yellow. Tough shot. Melissa was making some nice shots last week, so she had a shot similar last week.
well, you got to get those 2 yellow moving. That's goal number 1. You got to score this end. At the very least, if you take your 1, you still
Yeah.
have the opportunity to steal the 8th end for to force the extra.
Yep, absolutely. If you make this double and roll your shooter behind that corner, then you have your second point hanging around somewhere too. Hodgson might just leave that alone. This seems a little tight, but they're not saying anything.
That's a great shot.
See, what did I say?
Yeah, no, you're right, Kyle.
And they're sitting 1, but that back yellow is barely second rock.
And if they go after that green that's half buried, they'll leave a double to sit too. So
What do you do here? Do you just hit the open one on the wing there, or do you try and make a play here?
I think you hit and roll and try to make them make the double.
Yeah.
Or you bury one.
I really don't like the draw here, but
I think the draw is very dangerous considering they're first and third and almost first and second.
because if it doesn't move, he's playing a double to sit 3, and that's really not
No, this is
really not good for.
this is a very aggressive call. It's good if you make it. It's not good if you don't make it.
Yeah. The only good
As
thing.
simplistic as that sounds, it is what it is. You gotta make sure you're buried here, and I don't think this is gonna curl a lot on the straight side.
The good thing is that he has another shot after this, so I guess you can be aggressive on your first one. But I would sign off for this shot. But if he thinks he can do it,
Mind you, he has made a couple really nice draws to the 4-foot, so I would say this is probably the shot he's most comfortable with right now. But again, you got to make sure you're buried here.
they got to go out of his hand a little bit. It's got lots of room to curl still. Now they got to go for weight. Wow. He made it too.
So, yep, yellow is sitting shot. Charlie does have a slightly, I think maybe about half a rock double to sit 3.
Yeah.
And you could probably see about half a rock. I take a look right behind from the high. Yeah, you got slightly more than half a rock on this one, so Most important thing, you get the roll to the tee line, and at that point, I would assume that Brady would hit one of them to keep Charlie to 2.
Yeah.
And if for some reason he rolls out on that, then Charlie would have a nose on the back one for 3, right?
Yep.
So make this shot, and only good things can be left for you, I would
I
imagine.
think nose is fine. Nose makes a double. A little
Well-
bit wider makes a double.
Nose, you probably leave a double, though.
Oh yeah. On the camera up there, it looks so simple. You just notice it's double, but when you look at it from here, it's not the case.
Yeah.
So just off nose makes a double, and you roll, probably buried.
Yeah, I'd say 3/4 of a rock. Should get it on this side of the rock, on the right-hand side of the rock.
Yeah. They gotta go a little bit. Got a little worried about the line. Charlie stuffed it in the back.
That's still a nice shot. Green
Charlie's
is
still sitting
sitting
too?
2, yeah.
Now, if he
That
knows
was the goal.
that,
So now you sort of have to, if you're Brady, you have to play this hit.
you don't want to roll too far in and make the double easy, though.
No.
If you nose it, the double jams.
You also don't want to set this and let it ride that side and roll out and give him a hit for 3 either. So,
You want to make sure your shooter stays.
well, you got to make sure your second shot. Or first. You could roll big here. You could roll right underneath everything. Only problem with that is you could jam it on that side green, and if you overroll too much, you might leave a nose double on the other side for 3 still.
Yeah, that could happen. It might happen.
All right, we're up to 22 viewers right now. I think that's a record for tonight, so thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thank you everybody for watching. We got one more end after this to play,
Semi-final.
unless there's an extra.
Could be an extra. You never know.
Lee would love an extra right now. She just said it.
This team is known for their extra ends.
Charlie's team is. Show. Okay. A little bit of a roll, but yellow is shot rock.
You can't nose it. You got to roll in for second shot. And they are first. So
They're lining up this double here, but I don't know if the double.
I
I don't think you can make it and keep your shooter.
no. You can't. And the thin double is not there either because that will jam on the side. So all you have is the hit and roll here for your second point to tie the game up. And you got to hope you can steal the last end. So got to make this one first. Again, it seems like a lot of rocks this game always end up in this line. And
Wow, Jake had a nice draw there. Forced Chris to play a run back for 3 in the game.
this line has been straight all game, so tough to get the inside roll here. You got to play it real pretty soft. Doesn't move a lot here.
Yeah, it's a tricky line here. Where'd they put the broom there? On the edge of the rock?
Pretty much, yeah.
You're more than likely going to make the thin double then.
Yeah, but the thin double jams.
Yeah.
I mean, you make it for 2, but it's not for.
No, I'm sorry, not the thin, not like the outside double. Like that way.
Oh,
Making
yeah.
it that way. I don't think it's going to move on him. I think it's going to surprise him. But I don't know. Been wrong once already this game, so we'll see. We gotta go to make a curl. So nose hit. Gets him the 2.
I don't know if he does.
I don't know that stupid light. I can't tell.
Looks like yellow's second shot.
I don't know.
I've been wrong before.
I'm not. I can't bet my career twice. So I don't know.
We are going to have a measure here for the second point.
Maybe they'll point at the rock again. Tell us what shot. Like for, yeah, like. Can we make the 8-foot black next year? And then the logo's white?
No, we don't have control over that.
Oh. Okay. Well, at least I tried. Matt Hunt thinks it's green.
I believe it's yellow, so I think you're wrong, Matt Hunt.
No, I'm good, thank you. I'll come up and pay after this game. Or I'll just move it to Matt's tab. Oh, that's so sweet.
Looks like Matt Hunt was right. So it is 2 green, and we are all tied up here after 7 ends of play. And we start in the same situation we started with in the first end, which was a tie game and Team Hodgson with hammer.
In sheet 6, Chris made the run back to get 2. So he's up 6-3 going to 8 without the hammer. Sioux College has a chance to tie with 3.
So if you are Danny Lemieux here, you want to touch the center line.
Yes.
That is objective number 1. And also not be in the rings.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're in the rings, that's no good. But yeah, immediately I can tell.
A one guard is as good as a 3 guard here.
Yeah, you'd rather touch the center line, but
He's
you'd
definitely
rather
touching center.
really not be in the house. Seems like an okay guard to me.
And if you're Brady, is it the race to the 4-foot right now, I guess?
Yep, top 4. Charlie's going to have to throw double centers. Or he doesn't have to.
With the way Brady's been throwing draws this game, they're gonna have to make it real tough on him to give him hardly any type of draw, because he's basically put it on the pin or 4-foot every single time. So
yeah. Power sweepers here. Power sweepers.
Nope.
Make that curl.
Down to 21, we lost a viewer.
Oh,
Stay with us. We got an exciting end here.
yeah. I know you left, but come back. You're in the 8th end. It's exciting. It's the last end.
Tom McLean, are you still watching?
Winner
Send
go
us a
home.
message.
Win or go home. Hopefully one of these teams will win this end. An extra would be rough.
Well, if it's going to be an extra, it's going to be a blank end. So.
Yeah, exactly. Or no, it's a measure that they're the exact same distance apart.
Well, we've almost had 2 of those this game, so who knows? Anything could happen in this crazy world.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying. We got 2. Let's go Team Hodgson's on there. That's awesome.
This is looking pretty
So
good.
That is a freeze to the top of the yellow.
All right, game
Perfect
on. Here we
freeze.
go.
Perfect freeze.
It'd be okay if this is a little bit heavy.
Yeah, we may be using time clocks next year, Scotty. Oh, is Lynn Brady's aunt? Is that accurate to say?
That is not a good miss.
So that's a really unfortunate miss.
So I think if you're Charlie, you either I think you put up the center guard. That's what I think. What do you think?
I put the center up. You just capitalize on a miss here. You have a chance to put a center up, so I would go for it.
look like I know what I'm looking at.
Oh, we're down to 20 viewers now. Trying to hold the line here. Looks pretty good. Looks like a halfway guard. So 5 rock rule.
They are now allowed to.
They can now remove those stones. So being beside that was not ideal.
No. But the way the ice is
Though
here,
even if they were a little bit deeper, I think you would have seen them try to attempt the double peel anyways.
Yeah.
Good news is you have one frozen, so you can still guard away until your last one.
Yeah.
Even if this is made. Nice shot there.
it's a nice double.
Did
Almost
leave
double.
did leave the shooter, but you got rid of the 2 greens, so would have been nice to spin up a little bit there.
Come on, come on.
It's calling for a halfway tight guard here. 3/4 buried behind that yellow.
Yeah, so just try again for that tight guard.
Got to be really positive here. Make sure this doesn't overcurl. You don't want to touch that yellow.
Yeah, yellow's doing Charlie's team a favor by being there right now. So if he moves it, he's
This
undoing
looks-
that.
This looks light, and it looks like it's going to corner freeze that yellow.
Just over is okay, but like Matt said, Brady's been making his draws, so you want the guards to be a little bit higher up.
Well, now it's a half rock double peel, and maybe even 3/4, somewhere between half and 3/4. And then Charlie's guarding for his life. So
All right, seconds are throwing their last stones.
that is a mistake.
That is a little bit of an error, but
Not ideal, but they are still shot rock. So eventually, Charlie will have to make a play on this.
I think they're going to try and put that tight guard up again. I think that's the right call.
I would entertain coming to the face of that green and maybe tapping the yellow a bit right now.
I think you save that if you have nothing in front, nothing to help you.
Well, you have 2 guards out there, so why not go now?
They're just really high up. I don't know.
Like eventually, if he guards and he keeps, Brady's probably going to switch gears here at some point. How do you get your point?
Play a raise off the corner guard. I don't know. One of them has to make a tough shot.
Yeah, I don't like the guard here, but That's also why I'm sitting in this chair and I'm not playing the semifinals. So. I sort of like the tap freeze on the green because you got 2 guards already and you got to force them to make something, but nothing wrong with this call. It's the guard's always going to help you, but I also think at some point you got to make a move, and especially if you're going to guard the side that's going to curl and finish as opposed to the side that's dead straight, you might not have a shot at that yellow. But
Yeah.
it is a really high guard.
I think one more guard, and then you start being a little more aggressive. If you're Charlie, with Hodgson, you just kind of take what you're given. Just play the scoreboard. Try and keep it as open as you can. What did you point at?
What would I have played there?
No, I said, what did you point at?
Oh, just how many.
Oh, yeah.
So now you're Brady. You're sitting 1 buried. You do have the hammer, but it seems like Charlie's only shot right now is that raise on the center one or the run of the corner guard. So
All right, second team
you
timeout.
almost have to decide if you're switching gears here. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with playing the guard now. You're pretty late in the end, so
So if you throw the guard and Charlie somehow gets shot, it's very tough to change that. You'd have to. It's very tough to correct that after it's already been done.
I agree with Brendan here. I think that's the shot.
So why don't you ask
Yeah, if
me?
you're gonna guard, that's the right spot. That is the only spot you can put the guard because you want to defend both runs.
Ice is holding up really good.
Megan seems like she wants to open this up, and Haji wants to put up the guard. So I don't know.
I think since I brought these community up,
This is very interesting out here too. Chris might do
since I brought the community up, and the-
Josh, what do you like here?
Well, did you like the guard that we played?
No.
No, you like going after it.
Yes.
I thought it was too early to go after.
I thought so. I thought I wanted to go after it, but then Charlie was like, "It's too early." I said, "Okay."
Yeah. I think it was one rock too early.
Now the problem that Charlie runs into is he made the nice guard, but he might not get an opportunity to make a play on that one in the house. So
Well, you got that unit. Nothing angry on that. Speed's good. Still. Just so straight in that one spot. And I played like garbage the first half of that game. Holy. Well,
So I did see some discussion here about possibly going around the one top, going top 12 here. It's pretty good because you block off the corner guard and the center guard from being raised. I think that's probably the shot.
You call your first people?
Charlie's gonna have to throw weight at something if this is made. So
Yeah. I think what Brendan motioned earlier was the right spot for the guard. But if you're going to come around, half buried, top
Just
12.
biting 12-foot like a quarter buried is perfect.
Yeah.
It blocks off the raise on the center line one, and it blocks off slashing the corner guard in. So
You can be light, but you can't overcurl. So you pretty much got to throw it perfect.
for those of you that are joining us a little bit late here, we have a tie game. Semi-final of the Sioux Curlers Major League, sponsored by Northern Superior Brewing Company. And losers out. Winner goes on to face Al Harnden in the final. And Team Hodgson has the hammer here coming home, playing the Yellow Rocks. And we have a debate as to what shot should be thrown here, but I believe the called shot is biting the top of the 12-foot, just slightly buried to choke off that center guard being raised into the green on the 4-foot. Looks like pretty much handshakes on sheet 6 after that shot by Chris Kubota, sitting 3 up by 3 in the 8th end. playing the
Oh,
consolation semifinal. This yellow is coming a little bit deep here. And they will corner freeze that green, but they might have left Charlie an out here.
think the nose double or it feels almost too
I think
simple.
I think
What's the
the
only shot?
I think well either the nose double or you can't really get to the nose. You can only see about half that rock. So I think you probably play yellow onto green, maybe just tap the yellow back to like back 4 to try to sit shot top button and hope that if they make a play on it that it jams. Or
I guess the question is do you want to be shot now or do you want to set up something to be shot later?
well it's yeah
Because you want to put the pressure on now or do you want to wait?
it's pretty tough to not like you gotta make a move on that. Like if you corner freeze, they're probably just gonna guard or
Yeah.
like I think you gotta tap with like back 8 weight maybe or back 12 weight. Just move that. You got to move that yellow off the button to the back of the forefoot. At least that way it opens up possibilities too. Like that guard is really high, so I know you're playing on the straight side on the other side, but even if that goes back 4, you still have the opportunity to wrap one around there, like
Yeah.
soft handle and try to get one to warp in there for a freeze. So you got to get that. It's hard to steal when they're on the side of the button, right? So
Yeah. Pretty tough removal. Can't nose it. Jams. Usually half a rock. Half a rock should be gone. That should be hedges.
yeah, you can't touch your green, that's for sure.
No. They're going for line.
Looks pretty close. That's a really nice shot.
So green is shot now.
So green shot, yellow is second and third, and you could see about a quarter of that yellow rock on the center line.
Really? Let's do it that way.
Yeah, I think I would almost be going after this yellow, and if I peel the green guard, that's the danger rock right now is that green guard. I mean, you make this, yes, that's great, but you miss this and you leave that green guard up there. That's not good.
Yeah, you got to play your top yellow first, I think. But
Like anything, if you make it, it's good.
yeah,
If you make it, it makes us sound stupid. So
got to go line. Nice shot.
yeah,
Man. All right. Well, then that's why we're up here, I guess.
yeah. Still leaves a freeze in the pocket there, though. It does.
Yeah.
You could tap it an inch and be shot. Actually, really, you could tap that back 4 on the nose. And if they try to make a hit on it, it could either slash into the one on the back 4, or if it overcurls, it'll jam on the one that they're just tapping. So I think that's the call here. Try to get to the inside of it a little bit and tap it back a couple of inches.
Game on Sheet 6 wrapped up. Globoda ran College out of Rocks in 8. So they're moving on, facing Clint next week in the consolation final.
So Charlie's playing the side here that we've seen all game move quite a bit. I mean, even if you touch the top yellow, I guess it's not terrible. You leave something for your last, because that one is sort of the problem rock right now, touching the top 4. Do you think you could ever get an inside roll here? Probably only with like back four weight, eh?
I don't know. I think they're edge to edge, right?
Yeah, they're edge to edge. Well, there's a little bit of space, but
There's a little bit of space and there's a little bit of a roll, but
it's a heavy draw here. That's right out of his hands.
seems a little shorter.
I think the arms are coming up. Must have grabbed something.
I would keep going and just try and open it. Well, that was that was not very good. That result.
I like that call. I think that's a very smart call. Get rid of his only out right now, which is that hit and roll off the far outside one.
Yeah, I think the only shot he would have if he guarded the center is the slash on the outside, but man, it would be tough. I wonder if they can hear that.
I'm sure they can.
What, the online stuff?
Yeah.
I found you couldn't when I was watching from home.
No. Okay.
Yeah. But he likes to figure.
Well, Kyle, what do you like here? Do you like this hit and roll off the green? I do.
Not really.
No?
No.
I think that's the only way Charlie
It's-
steals a point.
It's
this
way
time.
too straight out there. It falls like crazy. I would leave that alone. That's very tough. You got to roll it to the pin,
I don't.
and then you'll still have a
hits,
shot.
if he hits and rolls anywhere inside roll off of that, I don't see how Charlie steals a point here.
I would rather draw down and tap the top the other way further.
I mean, the only way that I could see him possibly stealing if Brady makes this shot is if he throws like back four weight and just gets a hair of a roll inside.
I don't like this either. But I said the last time I said that he made a pistol. So I mean, yeah, I don't like it. Then yeah, so you make it. I'll just not like every shot.
No, I think-
we can make it.
I think this is the best way to force Charlie to the toughest possible shot. Like, that guard is so high, like
I've
it's
seen
almost
Charlie
not.
make a ton of those ones before being offset.
Yeah, he knows this though. It makes it even easier.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
True. I mean, you definitely can't afford to roll a hair outside. That's for sure.
It's so flat that hit and roll. I don't think that would be there. I would just guard the
Yeah,
raises.
it's like probably half a rock with like firm for Charlie to make that, but
Well, it's like the shot Rachel threw in that final.
They were swooping out of his hand and it might have backed up. They don't want to touch it.
well, do you play the run on your green and try to make the run double, or do you try something on the wide side to bite the side of the button? I mean, he made a really nice shot against us last week to get to the button, so
I think your chance of stealing is making the run double because I don't. You knows that, then Brady just follows it in and hits it. It's game over.
doesn't have to move it much, like maybe like 3-4 inches, right?
That's true.
some commentary coming there from Evan Robert, not liking his dad's chances here.
He was like, I'd make it. That's what he's saying.
What do you think, Mark? Do you think the run double is more makeable than this, or no? You like this?
The run double, there's a good chance.
It jams?
The jams, and then you're leaving more of your opponent to draw to the forefoot for the knee. You make
Sure.
this, and you're making Brady's shot really, really difficult.
Yeah, I guess he'd have to draw wide side, huh? Well, let's see if he could do it 2 weeks in a row.
All right, Green's final stone.
Looks like it floated a little bit over his head.
Looks heavy too.
Let's try.
Looks like
And
that's
that will be
game over.
all this one wrote, and Team Hodgson will advance to the final against Team Herndon next week. We'll see everybody next week for the final of the Sioux Curlers Major League, sponsored by Northern Superior Brewing Company. Team Herndon versus Team Hodgson.
At 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Don't be late.
Glabota and Cudmore in the consolation final, same time. Hope to see you there. Good night.